Thinking of her.
Google Fi is a different kind of phone plan.
Coming for a splash. Three, two, one, now. All clear. Punch it. Great job. You did really well.
Speedway, or Iowa Speedway as you call it now, here in the 7/8 of a mile racetrack. We'll be here live for the iSCAR Tolsma Truck Series. I will round number 10 out of 18. We're gonna head up here in the Corn State. My name is Seeker Reyes. Nobody alongside us will win the booth as of right now. Should be a fun one for all the way up from drop of the green all the way to the checkered flag. Not gonna show you too much here for tonight, but should be a fun one otherwise. And looks like I have to go ahead and add another person. I'm already seeing dreams are heartbreak's gonna be issued here tonight. I see that number 44 has joined the server. Dylan currently fast on practice. We're gonna go ahead and show up our hot lap times here right now. 2 minutes remaining in practice. Dylan, that number 42 as he makes himself around is is currently sitting up top with a 22.7. Excuse me, apologies about that. I've been drinking some Coke, but gonna show you also some pre-race analytics. On the left-hand side, wind is mostly cloudy, going north at 8 miles per hour, air temp around 72 degrees, track temp at 75, fog obviously at 0, humidity at 1%. Laps, there's going to be 100 here for tonight, miles, 87.5 miles here. Tire window is 50 to 55, fuel is cut halfway, so it's 42 to 47. Expecting these tires to go, expecting these people to go ahead and pit on lap number 33 just to split the run into thirds. But otherwise, a very basic layout here tonight at Iowa. Should be a fun one. I'll go ahead and give you a bit of information and a bit of background on this track. Iowa Speedway, turns 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I mean, turns 1 and 2. I mean, the whole turns. Turns 1, 2, 3, 4. Just progressive banking, so you'll see some people run up towards the high side of the wall, especially in 3 and 4. 12 through 14. On 3 and 4, front stretch is 10 degrees of banking, back stretch is 4. The race lap record was 41.7 in the iRacing prototype. I mean, not iRacing prototype, it was in the Daytona prototype. Don't know what that was doing here. Oh, this was on the road course. Oh, whoops. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Apologies about that. Length is 0.875 miles in length. Track turns 4 turns, 12 degrees to 14 degrees in banking. So again, progressive banking still. Front stretch 10 degrees, back stretch 4. And the race lap record is held by 17 seconds over Elio Castroneves in 2014 in the IndyCar. Track opened in 2006. Hooters Pro Cup used to race here back in 07, 06, around there. Pretty cool to see. Very interesting series run themselves here. Currently, the IndyCar and Xfinity Series and the Truck Series run here, as well as ARCA and the K&N Pro East and West combined race run here. Otherwise, I'll go ahead and step trackside. Enough talking for me right now. We're going to go ahead and track ourselves out as we go ahead and salute our nation's colors under qualifying. Of course, if you're not just joining us here tonight, welcome you Iowa Speedway for the 100 lapper here tonight. iSCAR Tolsma the Dines Truck Series here for round number 10. Currently green flag conditions up and away. Clampett has logged himself up to the top of the board. Still seeing some people go ahead and log their laps in front of you. Got a lot of people here tonight. I think this is more than enough. More than 30 trucks showed up here tonight. Last time we were here, was in the, I think, Xfinity. I think it was Xfinity. It was the last time we were here. And there was only, like, I'd say 17 that showed up, 20 that showed up, and we have 30 here knocked up tonight. So I appreciate everybody coming out here to go ahead and race their heart outs here tonight. Bit of notable drivers racing here tonight. Obviously the 44 Logan Clampett, Keaton Jones, and number 77. Josh Patterson, 02. Dylan Alt, 42. Jarrett Liebert in number 5. Eric Keeter in the 28. Mark Creighton in the 80. And yeah, not really much. So right now is making the lap. You see Nick Miller as he heads himself off of 4. Now onto the front straightaway. Gonna go pull up current lap time as he heads himself into 1. Look at him all the way down to the yellow line. Slid up the racetrack a bit more than I really like. He scraped the wall. That lap probably won't count. Yep, he's gonna go ahead and back it down. If you do get a 0x on your run, that's a big fat F, because you don't really want to be you don't want to get 0x's on your run. It won't count unless sadly.
Everything just
Currently 24 people have logged in at least 1 lap. And scroll the ticker on the rest of the order. Oh, whoops, I just stopped it. There we go. This is from 21st to 25th. Those are the people who did not qualify. As of right now, Clamps logged a very substantial lap time of 22.5 by him. Very, very nice lap time. The fastest lap time I think we saw in practice was a 22.7. So I guess the qualifying conditions were better than what they were in practice. I guess just because of the traffic and stuff. Otherwise, that's probably going to go ahead and end itself out. Nick Miller going to log himself in 9th. Here we go. Checkered flag waving. And we're going to go head ourselves here for the go. And congratulations, Logan Clampett. Number 44 for taking it. Taking the pole here for tonight's race. Pit lane is right now. Here's pit lane, and we're gonna go the qualifying order. Right in front of your screen, Logan Clampett, 22.5. Keaton Jones on his outside. Josh Patterson, Nick Miller gonna round out to row number 2. Row number 3 gonna be Dylan All, Jarrett Liebert. Liebert running an interesting scheme. I'll have to highlight that here in a moment. Brian C. Mullen and Eric Keeter, row number 4. Row number 5, Mark Creighton. Were the rookies in tonight's field. Eric Keplinger alongside of him. Derek M. Smith, Oscar Jensen. Row number 6, row number 7 gonna be William Schmidt, Joseph Fenton, Trey Shuttlesworth, and Michael Bianchini. Row number 8, row number 9 gonna be Michael Baggio and Brandon Warwas. Row number 10, Matt Moquin and Christopher Poyo. Row number 11, Ryan Kwan, Shane Sweeney. Row number 12, Dominic Cowan, Matthew Klein. Row number 13 gonna be consisted of Cade McGee and Trey Patterson. Row number 14, Andy McDowell, Malachi Drake, Liam Sheen, and Corey Rex are running out row number 15. Row number 16, Adam Orgler and David B. Smith. Row number 17, Stephen McGraw and Jackson Steiner. And that's going to be it for tonight's race. And boy, 34 drivers here tonight on the short track should leave us with a lot of action, as that number 44, Logan Clampett, will take it from the green. You see his, obviously his iconic number 44. He's ran most of his career on iRacing. Should be a fun one to go ahead and watch him pull away from the field. We'll see if everybody right behind has a chance. If they do, if cautions do cycle themselves up or Clampett gets caught up in some type of odd situation. But otherwise, the field's going to go ahead and set themselves off. Race analysis is going to be shown on the left-hand side of the screen. 100 laps here tonight, 87.5 miles. Tire window 50 to 55. Fuel window is less than half, so these people will at least have to pit once as Clampett has stopped it on the apron. And it looks like he's going to go ahead and EOL himself, so I'll push the front row up. And that'll mean Josh Patterson, the 02, will take the green. So, a slower person up front, Keaton Jones, must be wondering, gosh, why? But, I mean, it is what it is. Clamp's going to go ahead and slide himself all the way to 34th position. It is what it is. Clamp does what he does best. And he's going to show these people tonight of what he has as pace car lights are off. I think we're getting ourselves, nope, it's 2 to go at the wire. It's alright now, but a lot of divers here for tonight. Should be a fun one. To the go. And top 5 going to be displayed on your top side of the screen. Oh, no, looks like it's not really showing right now because we haven't went green, but otherwise, if you're not just joining us here tonight, iSCAR Tolsma Truck Series at Iowa, round number 10 out of 18. Glad to have you here with us in the booth. My name is C. Correas, nobody joining alongside of us. If you are up for a position like Ryan Branchew and the other people, go ahead and contact me. I'm very interested for other commentators to find themselves in. That'd be fun. Otherwise, pace car gonna slide itself onto pit road, and we are gonna hit it from the go here in the corn state. That number 02, Josh Patterson, is gonna lead to the green because Clampett goes ahead and EOLs himself. Pace car is in, and the 02 is gonna hit it.
Green, green,
And
green.
we're up and away here at Iowa. Field sorts themselves on into turn 1, 2 by 2 right behind. A lot of action right behind. I think there's actually a couple of people right in the background wrecked it. Well, otherwise, everybody's sorting themselves up front. Josh Patterson is pulling away with a good amount of lead over that number 70 Keaton Jones. And ready, the first caution of the day. It's going to come out on lap number 1, and multiple trucks involved in this one. The 90 Malachi Drake is in this, and we're gonna see what happened. Looks like, oh boy, yeah, a lot of drivers involved in this one. Clamp is actually disconnected from it, but oh, Matt Moquin, it's the first one to get turned hard in the outside wall because that 24 Ryan Kwan. Very unfortunate. You see Clamp just piling in there. Oh boy, so Clamp's gonna be out of this one early. Kwan most likely might, the way he hit the wall, he's most likely going to be out of it early. Trey Patton was also involved. He's, yeah, I think somebody tried to squeeze up the outside. That was a 10. Hoya, trying to get a better view. See the contact right there on your screen. Hoya took a 3 wide into the corner. He just wanted to go. And unfortunately, the 52, Moquin just, I guess, just ran into him. And boy, we piled up a lot of cars, and I'm pretty sure those drivers who just DNF'd, Clampett, Dominic Howe, Trey Patton, Ryan Kwan, are probably gonna be pretty mad. Everybody from 18th on back has pitted. Your leader also on pit road. I mean, your was leader, the 02, Josh Patterson, has slid himself on pit road. Apologies about that. I'm trying to go ahead and slide myself with good attention, but first caution, bringing it out here. Again, unfortunate. Very unfortunate for these drivers. There we go. Picked up the ticker pace, so go ahead and actually read it. Top 5 going to be displayed on the top side of your screen. No surprise that we have an early caution. Yeah, that's just iSCAR for you. Jones, Alt, Miller, Liebert, and I think that's a 17 of Brian C. Mullen, who's not showing up on your screen. Apologies about that. I'll need to go ahead and I can't fix it now. I should have fixed it earlier, but damn, it is what it is. All this name ain't popping up. I could totally fix it right now, but I'm a bit lazy. Plus, we most likely might get 1 to green right here. We do not. So I think I've been lied to. Two people disconnected as of right now that are not on track. One of them's Logan Clapp and another one Michael Bianchini. So yeah, the total. There's 34 points available here tonight, so a lot of points. And if you do win it, that will put you in good position. Connor Brandon did not show up here for tonight, so that'll definitely go ahead and exchange of what we have as of right now. So just look for that in the future as we head ourselves down here, coming for the coming for the chase here momentarily. So Keaton Jones this time is going to lead it from the green. Patterson's all the way back there in 17th. Gonna find out on how everybody's gonna play themselves out as we head into ourselves into turns number 1 and 2. But here we go for the restart. iSCAR gonna make its way off the pit road, and Keaton Jones gonna take it through green.
Green flag, green flag.
Jones with a good restart right there, but pushing right behind as Brian C. Mullen makes himself up to 3rd. Heads himself into the corner. Mick Miller with a slow one on that one. He's side by side with Eric Heater. You're 2nd in the points. As of right now, my, they're scrambling hard back there in the background. Head themselves into 3. A bit of contact right behind. I heard it, but oh well. We keep ourselves up and going. Mullen up to P3. Alt in P2, and Keaton Jones in P1. Side-by-side action here for looks like to be 4th place. Miller's trying to work up the low side. That's not going to work for him. As Heater is going to go ahead and clear him down the back straightaway. Derek and Smith, that's the number 66 truck in that McDonald's truck on the outside of that number 9 green Mountain Dew truck. He's trying to force his way through as he's going to make himself to the bottom of the racetrack, so Eric Heater now under a challenge. And look at the gaggle right behind. We are just about, 4 wide on the background. Around where the Klein area is as well, but boy, these drivers got to get their priorities sorted out straight. We might have a wreck here just sort of boiling up here in just a moment. And Trey Shuttlesworth, see that number 19 blue machine, shoving himself all the way to the high side, just trying to nose ahead. And that number 14 trouble in the background. That's Matt Moquin. Moquin's still sideways, trying to save it. Oh, ran into somebody doing it, but what a save by number 52. Either way, we keep ourselves green, and we have a battle for the lead up front. That's the numbers 42 of Dylan Alt trying to find a way around that number 77 of Keaton Jones. Jones in the Toyota, Alt in the Chevy, and these two have pulled away from it. Mullen is getting challenged by that number 28 of Eric Heater. We're going to find out how that position sorts her out, but all our eyes are on that front battle as they head themselves off to turn number 4. Across the start-finish line, looks like Keaton pulls away by a couple truck lengths that time. That lap, and side-by-side right behind as Miller wants to go ahead and take position on that number 28, and he goes himself to the low side and light, very close off the corner. Heater goes ahead and pinches him off just to stall that run out. Indeed, he does so well. And look at that. All 3 of those trucks are basically just lined up, and Mullen is slowly pulling away in that number 17. We've basically separated ourselves with multiple multiple groups. The group right here from 7th on back is William Schmidt being led out there. And more side-by-side action as they head themselves into turn number 3. And that's the number 9 of Nick Miller. Gonna pull up a crossover, and number 28 of Eric Heater gonna back himself to the low side. Battle for the top 5 position going on very nicely, but Miller has that preferred line on the outside. He can go ahead and pinch the 28 off the corner. Doesn't do so, elects not to, but just slide himself in line. See what he could pull off here. Look at Mullen. Run that low lane in 3 and 4. Different line through there. Look at the run that number 9 of Nick Miller gets all the way to the low side. Here's going to attempt to follow. Gets a bit tight. Nearly ran into Mullen, but Miller slides himself into P3, and he's has eyes on the prize, and he's moving himself up and away. Meanwhile, the top 2 are just logging laps like no tomorrow. That's 77 of Keaton Jones, 42 of Dylan Alt are logging 23.5 is what they ran. Keaton ran 23.4 by Dylan Alt. Nick Miller is a couple tenths off of them, but he's got clean air right in front of Mullen. We'll have to see on how he plays out in the longer run. Head ourselves into 3. Eric Heater is doing a nice job holding that outside lane on Derek M. Smith. Score ourselves all the way back to 13th. A bit of no names here and there, and this is number 43, Oscar Jensen, runs part-time in this series. He's running a good race as of right now in P13. Lots of battling going on all over the racetrack because there's so many trucks to watch out for.
Alright, man.
And we got
Caution is out.
ourselves a caution right in the background. That'll be the number 90, Malachi Drake, who has slowed himself off of turn number 2. Gonna see what happened. It looks like the 28. 26. Cade McKee, 1 out of 3 on that wreck off of turn number 2. That is on you. And Cade McKee, obviously, number 28. 26. 26. Now P19, so fortunate to him. I'm gonna go ahead and mark him. There we go. Gets himself a mark, and we're heading ourselves down on the pit road. Lap number 77, Keaton Jones, is going to slide himself in. He has the option to go ahead and cut pit road, but everybody has to stay up against the wall for terms of use. And Jones is going to slide himself into his box right about now. There it is, slides himself to a go. Miller also right behind in P3, so he's in a good position. You see Josh Patterson also sliding himself into his second stall. We'll see who's going to be in it for the battle off of pit road. The number 77 is going, and Miller's going to go ahead and take second. The battle for third goes on right behind, and Heater is going to take that one. So that's going to be in a bad pit stop by that number 17 of Brian C. Mullen, who's in a lot of ground right there. But so far, doing it out nicely, Mark Creighton, and that number 80 has stayed out onto the racetrack on 15-lap old tires. He's going to slide himself in, so that'll put the wave around on the 01 of Trey Batten, who's currently 2 down, so that's good news for him. The 10 of Christopher Boyle is going to set himself in with a... he's currently 1 down as right now. Malachi Drake also 1 down. And looks like Alt has just disappeared. Where is Dylan Alt? No, the leader, your other leader has disappeared. I think Keaton Jones might have gotten a penalty. And indeed, that number 77, too fast on pit road, and that's gonna definitely hurt. That's 77 to Keaton Jones, and Jones has to go ahead and slide himself all the way to the rear. And Jones, who is up front, looked like he had a dominating car, is gonna find himself in traffic. And that number 77, unfortunately. And that'll mean Nick Miller, and the number 9, is gonna take it to the go. And we still have people heading themselves, they're heading themselves on the other part of the racetrack. just for lulz and giggles. But that 77 of Keaton Jones hit with a speeding penalty. Unfortunate to him, that ain't looking himself right. If now just joining us here tonight, KMN, Kiboy's Motorsport Network. Obviously my nickname being Kiboy. Here in iSCAR, running ourselves around number 10 out of 18. So we're coming down halfway from the season off of our off week. Tomorrow, we go to Bristol Motor Speedway, the small track in Bristol, Tennessee. The place where that friend, that quote-unquote friend, lives in, Zach. Zeke and Zach. Not me, the other one. Well, yeah, it should be a fun one. From there, JTP being sponsored that race, I think, by Justin Johnson. So really appreciated about number 33, Justin Johnson sponsoring for tonight's race. Trey Fountain's gonna get a wave around it, and we're gonna get the 1 to green this time by. And that means we'll take the green on lap number 22 out of 100. Top 5 showing up on your screen. We'll see if Heater could go ahead and take advantage on that restart. Miller's sort of laying back. These are two very close teammates. Although Heater drives for Legends Racing Team, number 9 and Miller, those top two have cooperated together. We'll see on how they play out here in this run as Pacecar going to make its way onto paper road. Going to get set here as Nick Miller is going to take it to the green and green flag, and we're up and away here at Iowa.
Green flag.
Miller clears himself by a truck length as they had themselves into 1. Going to go ahead and arc it all the way to the outside wall and dive it in all the way to the bottom of the racetrack. Slides a bit up. Oh, he got tight. Yeah, Miller's going to be under trouble, and Heater's going to make himself to the low side. So a bit of a hazard, choke hazard right there, as Miller is finding himself nearly in a 3-wide situation right in the background. Oh, Heater's in the wall as well. So these top two are all over the place as Alt is now trying to take advantage of that. He's going to make himself to the low side in that number 42 machine, trying to rock himself out of where he needs to be. He's currently side by side with that number 28 of Eric Heater. He's going to slide it all the way to the bottom of the racetrack, and he's going to attempt a slider right here off the corner. Has him cleared, and he does. Nice slider by the number 42. He's going to go ahead and block that 28 of Heater, and Alt has now slid himself into second place, and now he has his eyes set on that number 9 of Nick Miller, who elects to run the second lane that time by. He's 42 of Alt still blocking. And that number blocking down the back straightaway. Head themselves off the corner. Miller with a run. He still keeps himself in the lead. Also in the background and into the picture, that number 20 of Andy McDowell is doing it nicely as of right now. He's up to P4. Look at Miller all the way against the outside wall. That's not the place you really want to run in 1 and 2. Especially under nighttime conditions. Look at Alt. Got a good run off the corner, but Miller has that preferred outside lane, and Miller squeezes himself up, so Alt's scaring him with a bit of dirt slide jobs. As of right now, they head themselves into 1. Look at the run that number 42 of Dylan Alt got off the corner. They're going to be side by side. Wow! Nearly a bit of contact as there, and look at Miller. Switch lanes all the way to the low side. The first time he's been all the way to the bottom of the racetrack, and Miller keeps and retains the lead. Gonna have a fight here for second. Oh, gotta fight for the lead and all the way to the bottom of the racetrack. That's the number 42, Dylan Alt. Andy McDowell up to P3, crossover right behind as Heater and him are duking it out right in the background. And that's number 17, and Brian C. Mullen making himself in the mix, and Trey Shellsworth and that blue machine also in there as well as they make themselves off the corner. Boy, got a lot of action going on. Just wonder what's going on right behind as well and deep in the pack. Around, I'd say, where 15th place is. Currently, Keaton Jones, who's the one who got the speeding penalty, is only up to P17. So, very tough break as of right now for him as Alt dives himself to the low side. Going to attempt a slider. Still up alongside that number 9 car. And Miller just about got tied off the corner. Skipped it off the wall. And he retains the lead still. Alt going to dive himself to the low side again. Gets to the throttle right, noses ahead of him on the back straightaway. Miller all the way against the outside wall, and hopefully Alt could go ahead and play himself some right cards. Dives himself to the bottom of the racetrack. Miller's trying to go ahead and pinch him down. Still side by side off the corner. Miller with a run, and I think he led that one. Singling ourselves out in the background. Ian McDowell now up to P3, but this battle for the lead is definitely going to slow these leaders down. So watch out for that 20 of Andy McDowell to slowly crawl himself back up to the front. Alt gonna dive himself to the low side, attempt another slider. Still side by side off of him off the corner, can't do it. Can't do it as of right now. Miller loves that outside line, and boy, that 42 is showing its spirit. Shades of Kyle Larson as of right now. Hence why he runs that number. I think Dylan Alt's favorite cup driver, is Kyle Larson, so the wonders are definitely real. I'd say for Alt, just go ahead and run your own race as of right now. Miller ain't too much a big threat, so slide yourself back in line. Excuse me. Burping too much. Whoa, Miller, way up the racetrack. That's gonna allow Alt to pull up alongside of him. Still side-by-side action here. Has headed into turns 1 and 2. Nobody stayed out on that run, by the way, so everybody's still on the same strategy, and that's gonna go ahead and reset itself as we got a problem. As we got problems entering turn number 1, David B. Smith involved in that. Go ahead and see what happened on the front straightaway. Matthew Klein, also in that number 1 machine, involved in this one. And it looks like Klein, oh my gosh, terrible wreck. Klein up on his side. It looks like Klein just tried to slide himself right in front of that 15 to David B. Smith. And B. Smith was definitely there. And upside down, well, on his side goes Matthew Klein. And that number 1 machine, very unfortunate to him. His night just went from up high, I mean decent. He was running in the back, but decent. Just go ahead and finish the race to probably bad. They're gonna head themselves onto pit road. Miller is he's sideways. He nearly spun on the pit road, but we'll see what Alt does. And he's pulled up alongside the back bumper of that number 9 machine, and hopefully he doesn't get any type of speeding penalty like that number 77 Keaton Jones did. And boy, look at that 42 just lean up alongside of that number 9. And here they go on a pit road. And slide themselves in. Oh man, that was very close. I don't know who slid into their box first, but a couple people staying out just to get a wave around. Slide themselves all the way to the tail end of the field. Race progress going to be shown up the left-hand side of the screen. This is not the race off of pit road. As here we go, people are going to get themselves up and away, and the 42 of Dylan Alt is going to get him at the line. A great pit stop by that number 42 of Dylan Alt, and Andy McDowell also making himself up into the mix. That number 9 of Nick Miller looks like he just didn't get a good pit stop. I'm going to show you pit lane. He got a 15.6 on his pit stop. Obviously in front of them, Andy with a 14.07 and Alt with a 14.26. So the pit stop time playing a dividends here tonight on pit road. And Alt is going to slide himself to the lead, and the number 20 of not Dylan Alt, what am I saying? The number 20 of Andy McDowell is now going to make himself a factor. So haven't seen him as of right now. Andy McDowell, that number 20, let's go ahead and pull up the race progress. That number 20, up 25 spots, so definitely doing himself a good old A+ on that, of where he started. That means if he's in second as of right now, he's up 25 spots, that means he was, I'd say he started in 26th or 27th, I think, so great progress by him. Have to keep an eye on that number 20, Andy McDowell. This is definitely one of those type of tracks in which drivers like to keep themselves in a steady place, and some drivers are good, some drivers are bad, and I guess for some, you know, it's just a one and done deal. Top 5 going to be shown on the top of your screen out of 35 laps. Person who lost a lot of ground on that. That number is 17, Brian C. Mullen. He was running up top 6, and he's going to slide himself to the rear, as well as Trey Patton. I mean, not Trey Patton, Trey Shellsworth. Shellsworth is in the number 19 truck. And I don't think those drivers are very, you know, I don't think they're in right shape as of right now. Let's go ahead and attempt. I think they got a speeding penalty, so just, oh boy, it's tough luck for them. 20 of Christopher Porter was attempting to get a wave around, and he's 20 laps on his fuel run. Probably just about to the edge of it. Trey Patton also getting another wave around, and he's actually nearing his pit. (42 to 47) is your stop. So you can split this run into thirds. I'll have to see on that how that'll play out. But field bunched themselves up. Top 5 on your screen: Dylan Alt, Andy McDowell, Nick Miller, Eric Keeter, and Derek M. Smith rounding themselves out. Cross your fingers we can make it to a green flag pit stop. Just joining us here tonight, welcome. KMN here live at Iowa, duking it out here tonight, and Dylan Alt is going to take the green flag, and we're going to go back underway here at Iowa as the iSCAR slides himself in, and she-bang, 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 let's go racing. 3 wide already, all the way to the outside as Eric Heater trying to set himself going, and Andy did not get going on the restart. Look at the crossover by that number 20, Andy McDowell slide himself to the low side, and he is going to most likely slide himself to the second. What a slide job entering turn number 3, and these people are in a hornet's nest as they're 3 wide off of turn number 4. Heater slides himself to the low side, can't complete the pass though. They're still side by side for a second as Alt is saying bye-bye, and gone. Miller's working that second groove, trying to get himself set and going, and McDowell in that number 20, all the way to the low side of the racetrack. He's trying hard. He's trying hard as of right now, but can't complete it. Miller's too strong off the corner, and he's gonna. Miller had to check up because he got tight, and McDowell now has another chance to go back at him. They're gonna slide themselves into turn number 1.
All right, man.
And we got a caution right in the background, and one car is dead sideways. That's Adam Orgler. But that was not the cause of the caution. The cause of the caution was entering onto the front straightaway, and David B. Smith is involved in this one. And unfortunately, it looks like 2 people. The 10, Christopher Pollo, and the 19 of that's a hard hit. Liam Sheen pile driving into the corner. Just did not check up when the wreck started happening. I think he was trying to go to the outside. And man, he flew it in there. Christopher Pollo, number 10, 1 out of 3. Wreck off of turn number 1. I mean 4. Apologies. We're set ourselves up, and McDowell, no, he will not slide himself on the pit road. I was thinking about it. It was like, nah. Coming up on a halfway point this time. These people will still at least have to pit 1 more time. We can stretch the run all the way to, I think, lap 47. 47 laps. So if you do come around with 47 to go, we'll be fine and dandy. Currently working on caution number 4. So every 10 cautions, we're averaging. We'll go like, you know. We'll hit ourselves with caution. Poor Trey Shellsworth, he got hit with a got hit with a speeding penalty, and that number 19 was caught up in that wreck. So, I mean, obviously it wasn't his fault, but you could put the blame on what put him in that situation is that speeding penalty. And basically, you can't do that. You can't do that! Yeah, I mean, obviously you can't speed on pit road, but if you do, you're just gonna put yourself in a terrible situation all the way to the tail of the field, and with still 29 cars on the racetrack, 29 trucks on the racetrack, this could obviously lead you into a nightmare. Alright, there we go. Sorry, I'm back. I was just doing a stiff. In and out. If you got any recommendations for the Cam channel and or submissions, confrontations, argumentations, I'm just making up words, trying to make myself look cool right here. If you got like any questions, to go ahead, ask inquiries and stuff. Go ahead and ask them on chat. That's the best time for me to go ahead and answer them, especially under caution. Not really looking at the chat under green, but right now, doing himself nice and dandy. Might as well go ahead and scroll ourselves to the field as of right now. Dylan Alt, number 42. Andy McDowell, Nick Miller, Eric Heater, Jared Liebert. Look at Liebert's scheme. Yeah! Yeah! Apologies. It's my scheme. William Schmidt, Derek M. Smith, Keaton Jones up to P8, so watch out for that 77. Eric Keplinger, and Joseph Fenton. Fenton now in a top 10 position, and that dude has been running so consistent. Came off with a strong start at Daytona, leading the most laps, I think. Second most laps to Connor Brandon. Connor not here tonight, so that's definitely going to lose him the points lead to Eric Heater, who's in P2. So that's your top 10 rundown as of right now. Coming up to the halfway point nearly. We'll take the green on lap 48, and Dylan Alt is going to set his sights, what am I saying? His sights onto the go. And that 42 knows how to get it done, but hasn't won a pit. I mean, I would say he knows how to get it done. He hasn't won a race yet. He's won in the other series though. But we'll see what kind of position he'll throw up in here as pace car makes himself on the pit road. Oh, gonna hit the go pedal and we're up and away here at Iowa. And Miller is now to the low side, that number 20, and a good restart. Look at that number 5 of Jared Liebert push. That number 9 of Nick Miller all the way into third place. He's gonna go ahead and clear that number 20 of Andy McDowell, and they're gonna head themselves off the corner, and they're gonna be side by side right behind. Looks like we're P4. Look how tight it is off of turn number 4. William Schmidt all the way to the low side. He's gonna take it 3 wide into the corner. Might be a bit of contact right there, and this is for top 5, and William, a strong power move there, and all the way up to the high side. Look at that number 77 of Keaton Jones. Have talked about him ever since he got his speeding penalty. He's now at the P5, worked his way all the way to the tail end, and now he has a chance of running himself back down. Got a fight here for second. Nick Miller is trying to slide himself into a decent pace, but can't do so right now. Alt is just flying. And that number 42 ran a 23 flat, and Miller ran a 23.2, nearly a 23.3. So this time by, he'll run a 23.1. Miller runs a 23.3. So definitely race pace to Dylan. He knows how to get it done, and I think the reason Miller is not running good lap times. Look at the line he's running. He's running all the way against that third recommended groove on afternoon tracks though. That's on afternoon. Watch the line that Dylan runs. He is all the way to the yellow. This is how. This is the difference of time of day and what it can make. And currently for Dylan, he is liking what he has in his truck as of right now. And look at him, he's all the way to the bottom in 3 and 4 as well. Slides this out to the outside of the wall. Good check mark off of that. Still running super fast lap times, faster than Mick Miller by a 10th. It's like Miller's sliding up off the corner. Also got to fight for their third. There's going to be Keaton Jones and Andy McDowell going to slide themselves into the big points. It's basically just multi-crew raceway right behind. Look at the gaggle right behind here for looks like for around 17th, around 14th. This is Brian C. Mullen right in the mix of here. Fighting to the outside is Brandon Warwas. Haven't talked about him all day. Also a bit of nearly contact right behind it. Josh Patterson hasn't recovered too much off of his speeding penalty. That 0-2. Ever since he lost it, ever since he pitted from the lead, hasn't really gained as much ground. So 0-2, Patterson sort of stuck. He's boxed in as of right now with a 17, Brian C. Mullen, and the 48, Warwas. Meanwhile, up front, Alt is gone. Look at all these drivers all the way to the yellow line. They're taking note. They're probably watching my broadcast and saying, hey, he's doing what that dude's doing, so I'm gonna go ahead and try that. And now everybody's stuck to the bottom line, but I think Alt's literally the only one who knows how to run it. Miller's just flying up by, and Alt had to check up off of 4. I heard the throttle just like fly it out. Not that much of a difference though. Miller is definitely aiming for a more shorter stint. Slide ourselves to the background, a bit of battling right behind here, still around where the Brian C. Mullen and Josh Patterson area is. Talk about some people we haven't really commentated about. Right in the background, this is top 20th. Oh, Brian C. Mullen's around! And to the inside wall, and caution's out. Oh, wrecking even more. Shane Sweeney blows an engine as he heads himself into turn number 1. Oh my god. Oh, that was definitely on Rexford. Rexford had a clean truck, but I don't know what he was doing. I think he followed the 0-2 of Patterson into the wall and just veered it down into Mullen. 1 out of 3 to Corey Rexford. Front stretch wreck with Brian C. Mullen. No, it was 0-3. 0-3, only 1 out of 3. But Brian's... You hit Brian. Yeah. And Rexford, Mullen's done for. But watch post of this wreck. Watch the 4, Shane Sweeney fly himself in here. He's trying to avoid the outside car of the 80. And bam! Oh, the 26 of Cade McGee was also in the way. And Cade has some smoking, so that's going to eliminate him from contention. As everybody's sliding themselves on the pit road. Pit stops up and away, and still we're not within a oh my god, Miller hit the wall off the corner, and Miller is got some damage. Let me go ahead and rewind. That was, I don't know if he got turned or what. Oh no, he just tried to go, and Miller hits the inside wall while doing it, so he's gonna have not too much of damage, but you know. Miller's actually gonna slide himself back pit road, so Miller's now probably screwed off of that. So Nick Miller, that's one of the very few mistakes you make. His pit stall is in the middle of the corner, so He's gonna slide himself back in, repair that optional damage. I'll try to get his truck up in shape. But my oh my, that's a bad mistake by Nick Miller. It's like Patton and the 42 $1 screwing around with Chug. Oh man, the last person you want to get to is that number 17 of Brian St. Mullen. You're gonna get screamed to the face if you do. And if it is your fault, well, that's on you. He has the point to be mad. He has the points to be mad. He will call you out. Basically, Kyle Busch of the series. Or through Rex, we're just going a couple more laps down than him. So here we go. Gonna duke it out again. Here at Iowa. Now the two fastest trucks are now 1 and 2. Keaton Jones and Dylan Alt. What can they do on this restart to get themselves going? As here we go. Pace car is in and Alt is up and away.
Green flag, green flag.
He's going to slide himself to the outside wall. Going to high arc it into turn number 1. And that's 77, Keaton Jones on that. Oh wow, he shoved himself to the corner just to get himself to the second. What a move by him, and the 20 of Andy McDowell is falling back positions. Has a hold to the outside of that number 5 machine of Jarrett Liebert. Apologies about that. Finally said his name right, but Liebert. Is now in P4, and he's following in Heater, Mr. Second Place, is now in P3. Not where he belongs, but, you know, 1 position off. He'd rather be 2 positions above, though, in first place. Look at the 20 of Andy McDowell shove himself to the low side, trying to get himself going. Keaton's gonna go up and away, and gotta fight for the lead. The 2 fastest trucks. Keaton has finally recovered from that speeding penalty, and here we go. What can they do? Keaton to the back bumper of that 42, and that time by, Keaton was definitely faster than that 42 of Alt. So Keaton knows his way around here better than Alt, and we've seen Alt pull away from the field. Currently those top 2 trucks are pulling away from the field, but if Keaton gets some clean air, I think he'll pull away from Alt. So it's just a stack on stack of people getting faster than by the moment. Josh Patterson is finally making up positions. He's now in P7 as of right now. Nick Miller, the one who was in 2nd place, is currently in the 16th place. And the fight for the lead is now starting to get a bit heated. Keaton's a bit more faster off of exit. Alt is just keeping him in ground. in
All right,
entry.
man,
Got a
caution
caution
is
though.
out. Caution is
It's
out.
gonna change some things. And multiple trucks wrecking themselves on the back straightaway. Trey Batten involved in this one. You see, Nick Miller was also in that number 9. I just noticed him fly himself into the mess. And looks like... Oh, man! There was a save. McGraw saved it. Right in front of the field. And he tried to keep himself in line, and Miller was sliding up. I'd say that'd be a weird racing incident, but we'll rewind ourselves a bit more. Well, I mean, Heater got into the 29, so the 29's gonna, Keplinger, gonna get into him. Oh, the 9 of Nick Miller clipped the apron, and out of everybody he could have hit, he hit the slow car of McGraw. So talk about bad luck. You see him get loose. My gosh, do you see the 3 Michael DiMaggio float himself by?
Right.
1 out of 3 to the Eric Keplinger. And the number 60, car contact with the 83, Stephen McGraw. I mean, not the 83, I don't know what number he is, but yeah, the 29. And, you know, the hot lapper. Oh, it's Big Fat F. All's, in and out. I think Moquin's gonna slide himself to the rear. And the 60 of Eric Keplinger currently in. P10 as of right now, 1 out of 3. And, man. Nick's offended if I call Nick's offended every time I call him a hot lapper. You were doing well, Nick. We loved you. But unfortunately... Wah, wah, wah. Love you, Nick. If you have any suggestions for what I put in the bottom ticker, go ahead and tell me what I should do. How many to go do we have? 28 to go. So if you did pit now, you will make it all the way to the end. Some people like Moquin are taking the chance to go ahead and stay out. He's on 13 lap old tires, so Matt Moquin in the Grid Motorsports machine, Outlaw Racing Fuels, is gonna take his is gonna be the first one to take the chance of staying out. And Moquin in the 52, we'll see what he could do. Haven't really seen him up towards, not even in mid-pack, so first time he's getting some screen time tonight. Hopefully he can make it valued and make something off of his strategy, but staying out. And Alt in the 42. We'll have to deal up with him. And again, he's on old tires, so gotta give him a chance. One to go at the line. Oakwood's gotta pick the inside, bro. And here we go. Matt Moquin's gonna lead the field green. Top 5 gonna be displayed on your top side of your screen. Matt Moquin, Dylan Alt, Eric Heater, Keaton Jones, and Jarrett Liebert. here we go, the 52, Matt Moquin. Has his eyes set on the prize, and we're going to go up and away here at Iowa. Lays
Green
himself
flag,
back,
green
green flag. Jones tried to go. They're going to be side by side for those fast trucks, and Moquin elects to run the middle lane. He's going to actually slide himself. Might be a bit of contact. Oh man, they're 3 wide, and they squeezed around the 77. Got a car spinning in the background because of it. And that was the 83, Joseph Fenton, who spun himself around on the back straightaway. And I cannot believe he didn't hit anyone. I mean, nobody hit him. And he got looks like he got tapped by the 3 of DiMaggio off the corner. You'll see it right here. Well, I mean, that's a terrible view. There we go. Right here. Off the initial restart. I think he just tried to go ahead and pull himself up in front of the 3, but the 3 was there off the corner, so. Good job for the 83, not to spin in at anyone else, but. Caution on the 83, no penalty marker issued. Erased an incident, he just tried to slide up. Looks like he also got loose as well, so. Mark Creighton slide job. I mean, yeah, Creighton. It's very fun. It's a very fun track to pull sliders, especially if there's like a multi-group battle. That's the time where it gets spicy. Especially off of 3 and 4. That's the best place to pull the slider. Nick was trying it before he got wrecked. Yeah. Unfortunately, we won't have some entertainment because nobody's as aggressive as Nick, by the looks of it. But somebody on track could go ahead and prove me wrong. And we'll see some more slide job action mid-race. I mean, mid-green flag run rather than on I was about to say restart, rather than on restart. Yeah, wait. Ah! I don't know what I'm saying! I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Point is, more sliders are pulled on restarts rather than the actual green flag racing, so. Miller was doing it during actual green flag racing, which is entertaining. I'm a terrible commentator, guys. This is why I need some people in the booth. I'm terrible play-by-play, by the way. No, I'm more of a race analysis. Race analysis? Yeah, race analysis. I work more with strategies, rather than blabbing my mouth like Darrell Waltrip. Just throwing that out there. No offense to him. Top 5 going to be shown on your screen. Dylan Alt, Keaton Jones, Eric Heater, Jarrett Liebert, and Andy McDowell, the 52 of Matt Moquin, came down in, and everybody from right behind him for 15 on back came in for tires, so he's now in a different strategy via tires. But, I mean, we only went, like, how many laps? Half a lap? But, you know, maybe that bit of a difference could go ahead and play himself at the end. Well, we'll have to see. Matthew Klein in the top 20. Haven't talked about him all day. He's been blinking in and out. Was involved in that front stretch wreck as he went up on his side, and Klein is still surviving like no tomorrow. Still surviving like no tomorrow. I think that's a bad comparison. Blah. Anyway. go slide ourselves to the front, and Dylan Art is gonna lead it to the go. Joining us here tonight, welcome iSCAR Tolsma Designs Truck Series round number 10 at Iowa out of 18, and we're gunning ourselves here for the chase as Dylan Alt in the number 42 is aiming for his first win in the Truck Series this season as Pace Car gonna make itself on the pit road, and Alt is hitting the go pedal and rapid away here at Iowa.
Green flag, green flag.
Action right behind there. I saw some 3 wide in the background, and Keaton is going to clear heater, entering turn number 1. A bit of contact there with the number 5 and the 28 Eric Heater. And Jared Lieber caution is going to come out as one car slaps the wall in the background. I don't even know where he is now. Where'd he go? I don't know where he went. Try to attempt to find him. Wasn't Sweeney? Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to pull the guessing game. And it was the 43, Oscar Jensen, who got turned around entering turn number 1. So yet again, another restart caution. Not gonna single file it out. You'd definitely go without that. Looks like... Oh, Jensen just came down. I mean... Yeah, Jensen was... I'd say Jensen was trying to get an arc into the corner. Peter just had a late arc. I'd say I wouldn't really count that as on Keplinger. It's just one guy went one way, one guy went the other. Keplinger was trying to turn down anyway, so teamed racing incident 43 and 60 went both ways, so I can't really call that one. I'll have to review it post race, but that's just off of my thing, off of my view. So I can't really judge that. I'm gonna go ahead and say something to me. Keep on. Alright. What you say? We'll pull up a vote on the chat. For people to go ahead and enable the voice chat on here, just for a bit of crank it up, you know. Better crank it up. Alright. Yeah, a bit of radioactive, you say. I'll do it on the restart because that's the best way it could work it itself. It could work itself, but hopefully nobody cusses over. Yeah, sounds of speed and radio. Alright, here we go. Alright, y'all. Off the restart. We're gonna boogity-boogity it. And after that, step aside as we're gonna go ahead and crank it up. Here at Iowa. Here with 15 to go. Oh, excuse me. Gonna screw ourselves in. It's gonna be fun. Here all the way to the go. And at number 42, Dylan Alt is gonna lead the field to the green.
Nick, I don't feel like private messaging.
And here we go. Radioactive! Gonna screw it out here from 15 to go.
Shuttlesworth, I feel like he takes steroids.
And here we go.
Green flag, green flag.
I just have to look a lot less scrawny for that to be true.
No more cautions, please.
Ryan, I can't see you, dude.
Go back, go back. We've had so many cautions, I forgot how to drive.
60, I was on the outside, by the way.
You're lucky, dude. You're really lucky.
I think she too much there.
Come on, 77, I mean...
I'm having some engine issues, so... If you're faster, then just go back. Okay, then, how many wins do you need to be satisfied?
Shit, Viber, I did not mean to hit you that hard, my bad.
Alright, man, caution is out. Caution is out.
Really, Joe. Like, oh my.
And we're back under caution. And it looks like we've got a wreck in the background, and looks like it's Trey Patton was spun himself around. Oh boy, my gosh, talk about close. And yeah, get a bit, get a taste of what you saw right there. And man, another close dodge by, yes, the 90 of Malachi Drake. And it was just a single truck wreck. And the 01 of Trey Patton has spun himself on the front straightaway. Hit the wall off of 4. Trey Patton 1 out of 3. Single truck wreck. But yeah, brought the caution out though. Disappointed. Now, the chances of you coming on a pit road versus now might be a bit high. So, Keaton's laying back. What Keaton wants to do is go ahead and like fake out Dylan. Now, what Keaton doesn't want to do is if he does come down pit road, he elects not to. And I think because of that, I think that'll secure everybody's position from this point forward. So number 10, Chris Rapoyo getting himself a wave around. Number 10 is, well, not down, but he's gonna slide himself to the lead lap. So, coolio. People with incident troubles, as of right now, I see on the screen the 52, Matt Moquin, 20x, unfortunately, to him. The number 15, David B. Smith, has a 20x as well. Matthew Klein, 21. Oscar Jensen, also with 21x. Adam Orgler with 20. No. I'm looking at Stint. Yeah, Matt Moquin has 20x. David B. Smith has 20x. And everyone else has like 14 from by, so... Most of the top 10 has at least a 0x, surprisingly. With this type of racing, I'm genuinely surprised that we're keeping it to a good clean go as of right now, but we'll have to see on how this will play out in the final go. If we do get an early caution, that'll bring us down either to a excuse me, 2 or 1 lap shootout. But Dylan Alt, by the way these cautions are playing out to him, it is looking like NIS Auto Club out there for him, and he is has probably a fat smile in his face. That proximity scheme, I mean that proximity Motorsports, I don't even know. He switched from team to team to team. He was on Hearts, he was on another team, now he's on Proximity. But yeah, that 42, Dylan Alt is looking fine and dandy up front. Definitely the driver of the field. If Connor were to be in this field, that would have been interesting on how he would play out. But yeah. This will be our final restart then. Pace car lights are still on. I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself here in a moment. Just give me a moment. Alright, yep, since it's the final caution, gave a word with the drivers just to keep it clean out there so we could race it all the way to the white flag. And here we go, done up to the green. Gonna take the green with 5 to go. What can Alt do different? I mean, what can Keaton do different that Alt hasn't? And what can Alt do to defend that first place position? He could get him on the restart. We'll see if Heater in the 28 could shove himself to the low side and make something happen. Top 5 shown on the top side of your screen. Alt, Jones, Heater, Liebert, and Patterson. I really talked about Patterson all day. It was actually McDowell who's up in the top 5 position. But here we go, Dylan Alt. This might be the restart. This is the money restart. This might be the money restart right here. I'll have to see. Pace car is in. We're up and away.
Green flag, green flag.
3, 4 wide and all the way to the bottom of the racetrack. That's the 20 of Andy McDowell. And he's gonna make it. Oh my gosh, they're shoving themselves all over the place. They're still 3 wide off the corner, and that's the 77 Keaton Jones trying to make something happen there on the high side. And I think with that battling right behind, Alt has a straightforward shot to go ahead and pull away. Keaton with the run, never mind. He's under challenge. Here comes Keaton in the 77. Side by side right behind. If these people wreck it, that might be the race. They are scrambling 3 wide right in the background. Can't these people find themselves a straightforward shot to go ahead and find themselves into the go? 3 laps to go. All eyes are set on Dylan as Keaton now has a sight set on him. One sideways in the background. What a save by the 5, but he's going to lose a ton of positions on that. That was the 5 of Jared Liebert. 2 laps to go. Everyone singled in the background. This might turn into another photo finish. Alt is off the yellow. Here comes Keaton. What can he do? Get up off your seats, y'all. This is gonna come down to the wire. White flag as they head themselves on turn number 4. Side by side for 3rd place in the background. White flag for Dylan Alt. What can he do to make it to the green? I mean, all the way to checkered flag. 2 truck lengths is the difference. Keaton with a run. What can he do? Gets the run up on him. Has to use the different lane, or he's gonna dive bomb him. Here he goes. He's gonna try a bump. All the way to his bumper. Can he shove him? Can't do it. Dylan Alt is gonna win it here in Iowa. Goes to the low side. Yes, he will. I thought Keaton was gonna go ahead and nip him at the line, but Alt pulled a block on the front straightaway, and what a race! Dylan Alt is now an iSCAR winner yet again. And what a battle all the way to the checkered flag with the two, probably the best two iSCAR drivers out in the field. And what a job by that 42 at Dylan Alt. My oh my. Making himself up and away, got smokers in the background. I'm pretty sure people are gonna be pissed at each other. Or to this one. And here comes Alt, gonna burn it down on the front straightaway. Congratulations to that number 42 at Dylan Alt. He wins here at Iowa. We're gonna go ahead and go to commercial break. And we'll be right back right after this. We're going to interview that 42 of Dylan Alt, the 77 Keaton Jones, and the 28 of Eric Heater. Be right back right after this. Stay tuned. And we are back here from, I don't even know where we are. Oh yeah, we're at Iowa. I totally forgot about that. Apologies. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm just typing some songs in so I can play some stuff in the background, and here we go. Alright. Gonna spark ourselves off with the interviews here for tonight's race, and gonna interview that number 42 of Dylan Alt, and congratulations to him for sliding himself in. Apparently, I'm gonna have to go ahead and connect myself, and here we go. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be an exciting interview because it's been a while since that number 42 has slid himself into victory lane. And Dylan Alt, my oh my, man, what a drive those final 5 laps, and you find yourself in front of that 77 of Keaton Jones. Talk about those final laps, man.
It was insane. I did not know that I can hold off Keaton. I was mirror driving the entire race when I was in the lead, but when I was behind him, I would be catching up to him right when I get into his bumper. I would screw up, and so when I got to the lead, I was like, I had the biggest relief or whatever, but he caught up to the field, and he was right on my back bumper again. And that last restart, I was happy that it was three wide. Me and Jarrett made a plan or whatever that I counted down, and I told him to let off of Keaton's back bumper, because if I told him to go, he would have bumped Keaton ahead. And so I just told him to go to the outside, make it 3 wide kind of, and it worked. But Keaton had a huge run off the exit, and got back to my bumper again. I was mirror driving, I was screwing up, and he was right in my back bumper, and I did the same thing that I did to Zach Novak in the Ignite series. The last corner, I slowed down, I put a little brake into it, made him hit my back bumper, and made him lose his momentum, and I got the win at the end.
Yeah, man, it was exciting. Went all the way to the finish. How was your truck handling out there tonight?
That was my first ever Iowa race with the trucks. I've only ran the Xfinity and the Cup cars here. So it was a lot of fun, and I'm glad it was night, because if it was day, I would not have been good. I would have been in the back of the field. And if it was, the bottom line, I'm good at holding the bottom line and stuff like that, but if it was any other line, like trying to get to the gas quick enough, I would not have been good like I have this race. So I'm glad that Luck and Clampett wrecked out and alt that forward, so I got the win. It was amazing.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go here for tonight. Any sponsor to thank for tonight's race?
Proximity and all my teammates in that race, and also it's my second race, but my first actual race after I got back on iRacing after a week of not.
Yeah, man, very exciting. Congratulations on the win tonight. Can't wait to talk to you in a JTB race.
Thank you.
And now is Keaton Jones. Not Keaton Jones. What the heck? Dylan Alt. And the number 42. And we'll slide ourselves to his second. To Keaton Jones. And Keaton nearly made it. Made it another win and another start. But unfortunately, you come up short to Dylan Alt. That restart was a bit interesting. Talk to me how you worked through that final restart, man.
Yeah, I was hoping for something a little better. It definitely didn't go as planned. I tried timing it, and I slept a little bit, and then I hit the rev limiter, and then got 3 wide with whoever, and then that killed a lot of time. But we were able to get the alt. I got right to his bumper, right on that final lap. I figured I'd just send it, got to him, tried loosening him up, didn't work, and I respect alt. He's a really good guy. I'm glad he got the win. He deserved it. So it was a fun end of the race, though, so I enjoyed it.
Yeah, man, you and Alt and Miller were the top 3 trucks who were, maybe Clampett if he was up there, but you guys were definitely the class of the field here for tonight. That setup must have been good on the truck.
Yeah, the truck was pretty good. It was tight. You just had to roll the corner, right? But it was pretty fun. I pretty much shot myself with the foot earlier, speeding on pit road, so I had to recover from that. But it was a pretty fun drive, and the truck handled pretty well. it was so hard getting around all, because he was holding the bottom down. He was doing everything he should have been doing, and he did it right.
Yeah, usually in hotter temperatures, you'd be right up against that outside wall in 3 and 4. If you chose a different lane there in 3 and 4, do you think you would have had them at the end?
Possibly. It's hard to say. I just think it was too little, too late with him generating run. He did tell me he was slowing down to try to check me up, but I think maybe we could have got a run, but I just think it wouldn't have been enough.
Alright, man, I'm going to go ahead and let you go here tonight. Any sponsor thank for tonight's race?
Well, I'd like to thank you for broadcasting the race, and I'd like to thank Trexco SimSport again for sponsoring me on the truck. And yeah, it was a fun.
Alright, man, 10-4. Congratulations on second place tonight.
Alright, thank you.
That was Keaton Jones in the 77, and let's go scroll ourselves back one more position to Eric Heater. And Heater, this time you're not in second, but unfortunately it's not up in first. You're going to slide yourself in third here tonight.
Yeah, really surprised myself there. I thought I was going to be running top 10 at the most, but top 3 finish, that's really good for one of my first few starts at this track in this car. Yeah.
Yeah, and with this finish, you're going to go ahead and gain some points like Connor Brandon. Might even pass him here after this race, but definitely a strong night to go ahead and sum yourself out here for out of Iowa. And
yeah,
we're going to head ourselves into the chase. So, any predictions or like anything you're looking forward to coming into the truck chase?
I'm not sure. I mean, hopefully I can just be in a good shape and points going into Homestead, but I mean, that's a few bad tracks for me, so I mean, I'll have to hold on there. Maybe I can get a good result, surprise myself like I did here, and I'll be good in shape for going for the championship then. But pretty cool, because if I do pass Connor in the championship's points lead, then I'll be in the lead for, I think that's 3 series then, at least for now.
Yeah, it'd be cool for you to pick up a win here in the next coming weeks. Gonna go ahead and let you go here tonight. Any sponsors to thank?
Yeah, first gotta thank J.R. Hager, Mudslingers Racing League for jumping on board tonight. Got my paint scheme for their sprint car series, and besides them, as always, Legends Racing League. All my teammates, Eric Keplinger, Malachi Drake, they ran tonight. Didn't end up too good. Eric got a top 10 though, but yeah, that's all.
Alright, man, 10-4, congratulations on a 3rd place finish.
Thank you.
And that was Eric Heater in the number 28. And we're gonna slide ourselves out here from Iowa. Thank you all, very appreciated for you 23 people for joining in the live stream tonight. We're gonna go ahead and slide ourselves out of the booth here, and this has been KMN. Tune us in tomorrow at JTP at Bristol. 150 laps there, should be a fun one to the go. Thank you all for watching. My name is Zika Reyes, and this is KMN signing out.